Before we start writing Python code, there are some basic things you need to understand first. One of them is what Python actually is. Python is a programming language. Now, what is a programming language? Think of it this way. You communicate with other people using a language. For example, Yoruba, English, Swahili, or Igbo. The language allows you to pass instructions and information to another person, and that person understands you. A programming language works the same way. It is a language you use to communicate with a computer. You write instructions using that language, and the computer understands those instructions and carries them out. There are many programming languages in the world. Examples include Java, C++, JavaScript, and many others. Python is one of them. So, why are we learning Python specifically? There are two main reasons. The first reason is that Python is one of the easiest programming languages to learn. If you are just getting started with programming, Python is the best place to begin. The way Python is written is very close to plain English, which makes it easy to read and understand. The second reason is that Python is very powerful and widely used. Companies like Google, Netflix, Instagram, and NASA use Python. It is used in web development, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, automation, cybersecurity, and many other fields. So, learning Python opens a lot of doors for you. Now, you already know how to use the Ubuntu Terminal and the Vim Editor. And you also know how to push your work to GitHub. That means you are well prepared for this journey. All the coding in this course will be done inside the Ubuntu Terminal using the Vim Editor, which is exactly what you are already familiar with. So, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is to check whether Python is already installed on your system. To do this, type Python 3 space minus minus version, then press enter. You can see that it gives us the Python version. This means Python is already installed on this system. Since we are starting Python learning for the first time, let me create a repository for it and clone it in my terminal. Let's go to GitHub. Let's name the repository is Python Learning. The repository has been created and we have an empty repository. Let's clone it in the terminal. Before cloning, let's go and generate a personal access token. Here is the token. We can now clone. Having cloned the Ace Python learning repository, we now have it here in this current directory. Let's go inside it. You can see that it is empty. Now, let's create a Python file with Vim. Let's name it hello.py. Note that every Python file must end with a .py. That is how the system knows it is a Python file. Just like when we are working with text files and we gave them a .txt extension. Python files must be given the .py extension. Press I to switch to insert mode. Let's type our first Python command. That is our first Python program. Print is a Python command. It tells Python to display whatever is inside the bracket on the screen. The word hello world are inside quotation marks. In Python, anything inside quotation mark is called a string. In other words, it is a piece of text. So this program is simply telling Python that display the text hello world on the screen. Now, let's save and quit. We are now back in the terminal. Let's confirm that the file was created by typing ls. You can see the hello.py is there. After writing a Python code inside a Python file, the next thing to do is to run it. To run a Python file, you simply type python3 followed by the name of the file. In our case, hello.py is our Python file. Hence, the command to run the file is python3 space hello.py. Then press enter. You can see that it displays hello world on the screen. That is your first Python program and it worked perfectly. Note that we used Python 3 and not just Python. This is because some systems have both Python version 2 and Python version 3 installed. Typing Python 3, make sure we are using the correct version. If you type only Python with the name of the file, your system will use Python version 2 to run it, which is an old version of Python and may be giving you some issues. To stay safe, we run Python files with Python 3 followed by the name of the file. Now, let's push this work to GitHub so that I will also have a copy of the code inside the online repository on the GitHub. Now, let's go and check GitHub. You can see that hello.py has appeared in the repository. If you click on it, you can see the code we wrote inside Vim. This is how we will be working throughout this course. We write code in the terminal using Vim, run it to see the results, and then push it to GitHub. You now know what Python is, why it is important, how to install it, and how to write and run your very first Python program.